Hey guys, Kurt from Time Machine Transport. So, I am at 3D's in Missoula, Montana, and James did come in on a Saturday to take apart the broken manifold. There is the culprit. It must have been broke for a while, or it was definitely cracked for a while, because it's all corroded. It's not a new brake. So, anyways, this is the new one. It's a 3-piece manifold. I'm doing a YouTube video on my channel, James. That's James, guys. You're not camera shy, are you, James?
Oh, I don't spend a lot of time in front of a camera. That's for sure.
I'm just showing them because normally I do my videos when I'm at my shop if I'm doing something. So, and I was doing YouTube videos on the fuel repair, on the fuel leak and such. So,
Cool.
I was just showing them what you did. All the bolts came out really good. Did you have to spray those with a lubricant or anything when you pulled them off?
No, just use my impact.
Just use your impact? Okay. And James says that so far everything looks pretty good. The hard part's over.
Oh man.
Yeah. So,
Going back together now.
right on. So take your time, man. So obviously there was a lot of carbon in there, a shit ton of carbon. And so I'll have to get the equipment washed again and the motor washed after I leave here, probably in Spokane. But anyways, he had to pull off the air cleaner, the tube, the turbo, and obviously the broken manifold. That looks like it's been broken for a while, hey James? The way it's corroded like that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. And it's a 3-part piece. And are those the part numbers on there, James? Do you know?
I believe so.
Okay. Looks like those are the part numbers for would be the left side, center, and the right side. Obviously they're upside down. Made in Great Britain. Who would have thought, right? So he's doing, obviously he's wire wheeling. He's going to put the new gaskets on there. And even the gaskets came off pretty good. The old gaskets, hey?
Yeah, they fell off.
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
Fell down there.
All right. Thanks a lot, man. I'm going to probably do another video when you're putting it back together if you don't mind.
Yeah,
So-
I don't mind.
All right, guys.
I don't know. Off and on for a long time. I'm not.
Oh, yeah? Did you
Yeah,
go
I'm
to
not
school or anything for
I
it?
did. I went to Biotech.
Oh, did you?
I did.
You been here for a long time?
No, I've been here for about it, just under a year, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They seem like pretty good folks here.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
a good place to work.
So what you did, James, is when you wire brushed them all or whatever, right? He's
Yeah.
putting new bolts in too, guys, and he put anti-seize on them. So then, what do you do? You put the gaskets on and
Yeah, there's a heat shield, so you gotta kind of finagle it in there.
Okay.
You gotta get your spacers back behind there.
oh, okay. Oh, you got spacers back there.
Yeah,
Okay.
these guys here.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, okay. Okay. Right on. And those are all good, or you got to put new spacers on? Or
No. I'll reuse these.
Okay. All right. Like I said, I'm not trying to get in your business. I just like sharing stuff like this. So I asked James if that little bit of oil in that exhaust was a problem. He said no, not at all. And I do have a couple little issues, but I do have to get the motor washed and everything. So, but so I was going to tell you I have a subscriber, Josh, and when the truck is blowing black smoke, that obviously was from the manifold, but it was blowing some white smoke, and I think it was from that fuel problem that I think I have. His concern was maybe some coolant getting into the exhaust or something like that.
No, I would have seen it.
Oh, you went, okay. All right, that's why I asked, because so everything looks like it's pretty good in here. So, and James is here on a Saturday, man, which is freaking awesome. So I'm pretty stoked about it. But all right, guys, I'm gonna pause you. Hey guys, just sitting on one of these raggedy seats. So while James works on the equipment. Anyways, I know the video is going to be a little short and not very detailed on the exhaust manifold. However, it is a video on how to do something, and I definitely could have did it at our shop. I was a little nervous about them bolts holding the exhaust manifold onto the block, because I thought, I mean, this truck's got an in-frame rebuilt motor, and well, not the trans in frame, but the motor's a rebuilt in frame. So it's got about 560,000 on it. So I was a little nervous about him. James definitely knows his shit. I mean, that was very nice of him to come in and on a Saturday, but I was a little nervous because they didn't come up to the truck, and they didn't let me know if he was coming in or not today. I was laying in the bunk reading, and I had called them at 7:30 in the morning and said, "Hey, listen, I was actually gonna, because on Thursday, when they looked at the truck, they said we don't have the parts, and they showed me the broken manifold, and the guy says, well, that manifold at one time was back ordered like 6 months," and I'm like, holy shit, that's a long time. But anyways, so then they said, hey, we can get the parts. It'd be here tomorrow. Talking about yesterday, Friday, April 30th. Anyway, today's May 1st, 2021. So happy May 1st day. So anyways, I said, the plan is I'll just go ahead, and because I still have that load on the trailer that I picked up in Tomahawk, and I said, I'll just go ahead and see if I can get over to Kent, Washington, and deliver this load yesterday, Friday. So I was going to leave here. After they looked at it Thursday, they were closing, and they said there's no way we can do it today, and we don't even have the parts, and they'll be here tomorrow, hopefully, and everything else. So then when I emailed the broker. How you doing?
How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you? So then I went ahead and I had to cancel. Well, Sarah, my wife, had to cancel the load that we were picking up Friday in Washington, going over to Henderson, Colorado. But anyways, so I told the guy, so I'm going to try to deliver this load and be there Friday morning to unload, and then I'll see if I can, because the other load was maxed out, and I was struggling up hills pretty good. And the owner, Dave, here at 3Ds in Missoula, he's like, man, he said, that you got some good hills to go, but you could probably, you'd be puttering up some hills. And he said, I personally wouldn't do it. So of course, me being me, I'm like, whatever. So anyways, I left here. I went about 10 miles west on I-90, and something just told me, man, you should just turn around and go back. So, and then the broker had already emailed me on the load and said, dude, don't even sweat it. You can just deliver Monday if you can. So that was really cool. They've been really, really cool to deal with. I forgot who the broker was, but anyways, so I turned around Thursday after I left here. I turned around and came back, and I'm glad I did, because there was a small little hill that I came back onto the on-ramp and going eastbound now, and she was puttering so bad. And that was just a small hill, so I would have been dead in the water. I guess that broken manifold is pretty serious for boost, I guess. Anyways, so I just I waited obviously yesterday, and they said that James was going to be in today, Saturday, and take care of it. So he's a pretty good dude. So, but anyways, I just wanted to kind of let you guys know what's going on with that. And I'm not going to obviously browbeat James and sit there and watch him while he's doing it. I hate people that do that. So I'll go in there and check on him. I'm gonna put you guys on pause, and we'll see what's going on. So do you have to, you got to torque those?
Yeah, I put them at 35 foot-pounds.
Oh, do you? Okay,
Yeah, I'm
right
just
on.
running them down.
Man, you're pretty quick, man. Holy shit. So the thing is all those gaskets right there, when James had to put the, so he's got to put the bracket or the gaskets on, and then he's got to slide the bolts through, right? But the thing is you got that long manifold there. You only got two hands, so you got to put it up there. And what he does is he starts from the back of the manifold and he does the rear of the block first. So that's the most difficult. But he says what he does is he puts two bolts in, you know, just two bolts, slides them through, just to hold them to the block, and then he just kind of goes down the line. So he'll start from back there, and then what he'll do is he'll just put two bolts to hold the manifold to the block, and then obviously he's got to put the gasket on and then slide the bolt through it, and then the spacers. So he runs two bolts, and then he'll just go down the line and he'll leapfrog him, he says. So then what he'll do is at least he has two bolts in it to hold the manifold up there, because he only has two hands, obviously. And then what he does is he'll do the gasket and then the spacer and the bolts. So it's pretty quick. And then he'll go ahead and torque it down, but the worst is over. So, and I was actually pretty fortunate because I had a subscriber that, and rightfully so, because of the white smoke, thought that I was getting coolant into the oil, and that's what was causing it. So, and there's Zach. He's the boss over there. He was nice enough to let James come in, and James was nice enough to volunteer for it. So, so this is it, and that is actually Zach's truck over there, and so anyways, I think the worst is over. I don't think you guys need to see the rest, because all he's going to do is torque down the manifold, and then obviously he's got to put the turbo back on, which you guys have already seen my video on how to put in a turbo. And so he'll do that, and then obviously he's got to put the intake on, and then the air filter, and everything's done. So I think I heard him say about another hour or so, hour and a half probably. So which, well, I'm on Midwest time, so it's 5 to 11 here. So 5 to 11. I think he started it probably around, I think by the time we pulled it in, 7:30-ish, I think. So probably 7:30, quarter to 8-ish, I think, is when he started. And he'll be done in an hour. So we're probably about 4 hours, I'm thinking, is probably the labor on that. Hey, Zach. So, and, but I'm pretty fortunate that it was all good news on it, and it wasn't bad. So I was telling, I don't want to say it around Zach, the manager, but I'll be happy if I get out of here at $1,500. That was kind of my comfort zone, if you will, where I'm like, $1,500. I mean, that's not cheap, don't get me wrong, but I already priced out the parts. So I showed you guys the part numbers on the manifold, and there's bolt costs in there, obviously, and gasket costs. So I had already called Freightliner, and the middle piece was about 280 or 290 bucks, Freightliner's price. And then one end was like 93 or 94, and the other end was like 95 or 96, which I don't know why they wouldn't be the exact same price. So you're looking at about 500 bucks, probably 600 bucks with parts is my guess. 700 maybe with bolts and gaskets. And I don't know what their hourly rate is. So like I said, if it's 1,500 bucks, I won't be shocked. If it's under 1,500 bucks, that's a bonus. So anyways, I'll do a part 2 video on this to let you guys know how the truck's running and what the final cost was of it was. And sorry you guys are seeing me talking. Like I said, if I would have did it at my shop, it would have been probably a part 3 or 4 video. But anyways, so please like and subscribe to the channel. Ciao.